Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Whispering Willow Oracle. Today we're going to be looking at the current energies again. So this is your past, present, and future. It could be happening now. It may have already happened, or it may happen in the future. So we're going to be looking at some tarot cards and oracle cards just to see what's going on. These messages are timeless, so whenever you come across this reading, there's going to be a message for you. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more like this, please subscribe. If not, no worries. Okay, thank you, angels, spirit guides, for providing us with clarity for the collective. Wow. Okay, so you're coming out of a really difficult time here. We have the 5 of Coins, 3 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is in your future position, which is really hopeful to this reading. So you may be currently going through, or just went through, a very difficult time. You may have lost somebody. It may have been, due to like really having someone pass on, or it could have had something to do with a breakup. Maybe friendship groups falling apart, or just changing, you're moving, and so just naturally you fall out with people because of that. I am getting here though that whatever happened, like it's really been heavy on your heart with the 3 of Swords. There's a lot of red here, so you may have been feeling rather unsafe and fearful. Maybe there may have been, and I'm not trying, this is past energy, so this, isn't going to happen right now, but like there may have been some sort of an attack, some reason for you not to feel safe. Maybe you had a break-in, maybe you were betrayed by someone you thought you could trust. There's a lot of sorrow here, and kind of you aren't currently opening up to anyone about what has happened. We have the 8 of Swords here with the blindfolded woman, and it's kind of this card about the illusion of being trapped, of being stuck in a situation, kind of victim mentality. And I don't necessarily like using that word in the terms of like it's wrong to have a victim mentality. Like if you've been victimized, like you're probably gonna feel like a victim and have a victim mentality, but it's using the language in order to understand what's going on so that we can get ourselves out of it, because that's what trauma does, right? It puts us into this mode of survival that even when we don't need to be in survival mode, we are still in survival mode, simply because the trauma has rewired our brains in some way. And so I think here the cards are just telling you, because this is in your challenging position, that right now or in the past you've been struggling to get out of this mentality of either lack or fear, perhaps mistrust, or simply, it could be like a state of PTSD or something like that, right? Like where we need more help, maybe professional help, spiritual help, the help of friends and family to get us past those energies. I'm just looking for a strength card here, please. Spirit, thank you for providing the collective with messages today. Okay, Daughter of Swords, which is like the Page of Swords in your strength position. So I think here you may actually be going to get help, like psychological help, or getting help from a professional, someone who can really get you through this period of time and help you see through the illusions that our brain creates, right? The illusions that are, unfortunately, it's kind of how we survive, like how we protect ourselves mentally and how we get through difficult periods of time. for whatever reason, our brain wants to, it wires the way that it fires. So if you are in a state of shock and trauma and your brain keeps reliving that shock and trauma over and over again, it begins to wire that way so that even when you're not feeling that initial shock and trauma, other things will cause your brain to start reacting in the same way that it did originally to the trauma. So that's why situations that don't seem related to like what happened will trigger us, right? So let's see how you get to this 10 of Cups, because even though this reading might feel kind of negative, I think here you're going to be, yeah, you're going to be getting to this 10 of Cups, but it's going to take some hard work mentally. Like your spirit guides are telling you here, there is help available for you. You need to reach out. You need to fight against these thoughts that are not productive for your healing. They're not productive for your growth. And recognizing these thoughts, these things that are going on, are not actually happening right now. The hurt and the pain has passed, and it's safe now to feel and to think and to actually maybe even open. You've been like trying to close your mind off to what happened. You don't want to think about what happened because it was too painful. But in order to get to a place of healing, you're going to have to look at those thoughts and deal with those thoughts. So I just see here that like there's a lot of mental energy, a lot of air energy. So I think you're going to be maybe seeking out help from a mental health professional. And you know, maybe you needed to hear that in order to recognize that you do need that help. Maybe you've thought that you might, or you're like, oh, I'm too weak to deal with that. So yeah, Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. So this could have been a trauma from when you were younger, and you know, it's sat in your body for so long that you don't even know how you would live without this trauma in your daily life. And this may have been perpetrated by an elder in your community or in your, you know, in your family. Or this is telling you to maybe seek out the advice or the wisdom of someone who is a little bit older and wiser than you. But predominantly this card is kind of about healing ancestral patterns, wounds, and traumas. So this may have been a trauma that's been something that's passed down through your family, through your line. This may have been something that happened to your mother and now you're suffering from it, or it may have happened to your father and now you're dealing with it. Or it could be that because you were raised in a family that didn't have spiritual, emotional, or like they were lacking maybe some education about certain things, and you're a very evolved soul, and so you've often felt like there's more out there, but you can't get beyond the circumstances of your upbringing. And this is trying to tell you that you can, that you deserve more, and that you can be more, and you can get out of those. So the White Witch, be the light, and Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Yeah, so with the White Witch, be the light, my instant feeling was like bringing what's in the shadows to the light. What's in the background, bring it to the foreground. Like all of these thoughts, which, you know, if you go into do talk therapy, like psychoanalysis or any kind of like intensive therapy, they get into like your psyche. Like they should be getting into these thoughts and memories and things like that that are maybe hidden within you that you didn't even know were there but are affecting you. And so we're going to be looking into the shadows and shining a light on the darkness and bringing it forward. And I think here, it's also realizing that you don't have to be in survival mode all of the time. Realizing that you are safe and that you do have what you need. Like this, I feel like this is very like childhood, teenage year trauma, and you're actually an adult now and you have your own life, and it's quite beautiful, but sometimes you struggle to see that beauty and appreciate that beauty because you're still in a survival mode and you're still reacting to things that have left traumas on your soul. And to get to this 10 of Cups, well, you're already there. It's simply a change in attitude and a change in perspective that can only come into reality once you've dealt with the trauma and the shadow in the past, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. I'm gonna leave the message at that. I think that was a really powerful message that just came through about you know, that you are already here at this 10 of Cups, but because of unhealed past traumas, sometimes you're not able to be in this energy because you're still fighting with yourself. You're still fighting with internal thoughts, or thoughts of unworthiness or shame or guilt or fear, you know, lack of being taken care of and things like that. And so yeah, I just think here that if you're resonating with this, maybe it is time to do some more work on yourself. I'm sure you've done a lot of work on yourself. I kind of get that here, but there's still more to be done. And maybe finding either a spiritual advisor who has experience in trauma, or someone, a trusted professional who works with people who are dealing with similar issues. I think that'll really, really be a huge help for you in getting past this. So I'm wishing you the best day and a lot of love and light, and I will be sending some healing energy out to those who are resonating with this message. Yeah, anyways, please give this video a like and a subscribe if you feel like it. If not, hopefully I'll catch you in a future video. Thanks. Take care. Bye now.